Carvel Reese, David Bailey, Jake Slaughter, and Miss Rossini. All in today's episode on the Red Zone Blitz.
You're tuned in to the Red Zone Blitz.
And here we go.
The home for all things NFL and college football.
Ready? Ready.
What's happening, fellas? What's going on?
Did you just call her Miss Rossini? That's gonna
Sorry. Is that
nice.
is that her husband's name? Do we know?
Was it Mrs.?
I don't know. I don't actually know.
I think he said Miss Rossini.
I'm not actually. No, I did say Miss Rossini, but I'm not sure if is that her maiden name?
Is she like your former teacher or something?
No, I said Miss. I don't know if is that not her name? Diana Rossini. But do we know if Rossini is her husband's name or her?
No idea. I don't know.
Okay.
We might never know.
All right.
Never know now. Yeah.
Well, we might not know anything now. Fellas, how are we doing today?
Fucking beautiful.
Good.
We are almost there.
Almost.
We are almost at the NFL draft. I know what you're waiting for, Matthew, for us to ask you the always pivotal.
Stop asking.
What is the latest you were hearing from the Yinzers? Matthew, our
Yeah.
Yinzer correspondent with boots on the ground in
Boots on the
Yinzer
ground,
country.
yeah.
People are shitting outside stores, I hear.
Yes. So they are trying to clean up the streets of Pittsburgh in downtown, and they're clearing out some homeless people. And because of that, they're not happy that they're getting kicked out of their tents and out of the nice parks and areas of Pittsburgh. So they're deciding to shit. They're deciding to defecate on the front doorsteps of various convenience stores. Also, in other news, in terms of shitting all over the place, Art Rooney II went on the local news channel and was asked if the Steelers were going to make a nice sexy pick, whether it was going to be a QB, receiver, running back, one of the star skill positions. And he started off by saying, listen, we're probably not going to pick a QB in the first round. Okay. And then that was it.
So basically right where we were probably.
You also want to hear something funny?
Yes.
If
always.
you Google Art Rooney II, the first picture that shows up is Aaron Rodgers.
Actually?
Yeah.
Let me see. Art Rooney II.
So is
Yes.
is that really our
It does.
new owner of the Steelers?
That is true.
All that sounds
shit.
like Aaron Rodgers is coming back.
Listen, it's not the worst thing. We're not saying he shouldn't come back, but just let the people know what's going on.
Let us know,
The
Aaron.
guy's got to pack for Pittsburgh. Does he pack his Aaron Rodgers jersey or not? That's all we're asking for.
Oh, man.
We're not asking for a whole lot here.
Do you have an Aaron Rodgers jersey?
Yeah, G got me.
I got
yeah,
him
oh,
an
yeah,
Aaron-
yeah.
I got him an
Got me
Aaron
on that.
Rodgers jersey. I funded that purchase. It's great times. Speaking of funding things, Miss Rossini, Diana. Is that better, KK?
You still said Miss.
I know, but
It's still said Diana.
I feel uncomfortable being on a first name basis with the probably most pivotal reporter in news. ESPN came out with a new story today where they talked about some of the details out of this scandal. First and foremost, we found out that Rossini coordinated with Vrabel about how to respond. You don't say.
No shit.
To the initial New York Post story. Per ESPN, they aligned on messaging before responding publicly. A detail that arguably creates a textbook conflict of interest under the Athletics ethics policy. The ethics policy, the New York Times, also known as, well, they also own the Athletic, policy states, relationships with sources require sound judgment to prevent the fact or appearance of partiality. It is essential we preserve a detachment free of any whiff of bias. Coordinating responses with a source who is also a subject of coverage is at minimum a whiff, Diana. That is, you have whiffed far greater than you should have. The sexism defense. So Rossini also argued to her employers that the photos were a sexist attack on a female reporter in a male-dominated field. She also offered to let the Athletic speak directly to Vrabel to corroborate her account. The Athletic said, no, thank you. We will not be doing that. The evidence request. So athletic executives asked Rossini for more evidence because apparently she was not there just with Vrabel. She was there for a separate trip, a personal trip. Text messages about an airport pickup, screenshots of travel planning, photos from the group hike that she was supposed to be on. According to the ESPN report, Rossini provided no evidence that they could garner her story being sound with. Now, Rossini resigned before the Athletics' internal investigation concluded. The Athletic has informed staff that the review will continue despite her departure. Despite this being the NFL's biggest off-field story for 10 days, most mainstream outlets, including many of Rossini's peers, stayed silent. ESPN, her former employer, was the outlet finally that published this deep dive. Now, so my question is, how do you view, okay, I say this with the most amount of grace, and I love Jane Slater, who covers the Cowboys, exchanged some DMs with her. Very happy me, 13-year-old me right now, coming in a sock. Now, like, very happy. Now, having said all of that,
Did she pass the milk test?
oh fuck, go Google her. Talk about art. Google Jane Slater. Does she pass the milk test? No, I told her I want a selfie with the goat. I'm like, I'm coming all the way down, or boots on the ground. We want a selfie with the goat. That's what we want. We want a selfie with the greatest. Jerry has appointed her the greatest Cowboys beat reporter of all time. Sorry, Clarence Hill. I'm sorry, but Jane Slater, great job you're doing. Having said all of that being aside, I will get to Miss Rossini after. Number one, Mike Vrabel. So Mike Vrabel, how do you guys view him? Because there's the segment of people, and I'm not telling you to pick a side here. I want to hear your side. There's a segment of people that are saying his personal life is his personal life. Why bring his personal life into the football field? And then there's the other segment that says, if Diana Rossini could lose her job due to being unprofessional and all the other things that people have accused her of, Mr. Vrabel should lose his job because God knows how many secrets of the New England Patriots he's probably leaked out and dealt with her in bad faith. What is your guys' take? What is the discipline for Mr. Vrabel if there should be any?
I don't think there's.
Right now, there's nothing.
I say we fire
Nothing's
him.
really said about it.
I say we fire
Can
him.
you imagine
But
New
I-
England just fucking fight? You took him to the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, by the way, you're fired.
I say no, but if,
I'm sure the
if-
NFL will investigate
if,
at some point.
If the NFL has the balls
could.
that they say they do, they should fire him. They should
For what?
At least they should sanction him.
For what?
You're literally in bed with someone that could. You're in bed with someone that could negate the outcome of certain things. All she has to do is start a rumor. Let's say
Anyone can do that.
But
no, but your position of power. If somebody calls you and you're fucking them and they're like, hey, by the way, great dick last night, eh? Ha. By the way, we're trying to trade for AJ Brown. So can you go really write up a little fucking story about how the Rams are currently out on him and they're not interested and make us the only people there so that the offer that the Eagles, we were originally going to give them a third. Now we can give them like a fourth and a player.
we'll see what happens. Right now, it's quiet, but
Okay,
I'm
but
sure the NFL will investigate thoroughly.
If you played,
on.
if you
Like-
played all those Diana Rossini clips you showed us, everyone know all her
No,
credibility.
okay,
goes
but-
right
Oh,
out
yeah,
the
like,
window.
no, but-
she
like-
doesn't have the credibility. She doesn't get
Yeah.
the benefit of doubt.
But she still reports for the Athletic. She,
I
along
think
with-
she's the one that fucked up by the storytelling ain't going off right away. She could have just kept quiet and kid.
No, this
Well, like
shit
all,
was-
in all her meetings and all her
that
podcasts
shit
and shit,
was
she's
not
the-
going to go
like,
away.
The shit she said.
She should have, but
She should have.
She didn't.
But how do you?
She brought
How
it
is
on.
she going to stay quiet? What is staying quiet going to do? They're going to fire her.
She's not going to stay quiet now, though.
No, but her
she's probably going to come out with some book or whatever.
she can
go
come
to
out.
another media
She can come
source.
out with whatever Tom, Dick, and Harry thing she wants to say. Doesn't fucking matter now. Like you got fucking caught. Your husband hired the private investigator. He literally, and he wasn't a money thing. He's not trying to extort her out of money. He comes from money. He wanted to prove a point, and he's probably in the point of the divorce where he's like, she can't take half of my shit because I'm going to prove she's cheating. Here you go, judge. Bang.
Yeah.
That's where it came down to. But my thing is, if she's never going to be able to work in the NFL ever again. There's nobody touching her with a 10-foot pole. And that has nothing to do with whether she has a dick or a vagina.
No,
Nothing to do
I
with
think
it.
she'll get. I think she'll get another
She's
job.
never
No, I
gonna
don't
get.
think-
I think
She's
she'll get-
never
Not in
gonna,
the NFL.
I
Never.
think she'll get. I think she'll
She
get
will
another job.
never
Not in the
ever
NFL.
be able to get that much access, the access she previously had.
Yeah.
There's no way any team is touching her with a 10-foot pole. It doesn't matter. She may have to go start in college, work her way back up. We might, hey, who knows? In 20 years,
She'll
we might
get
have
another
forgotten
job.
about it. No, she will get another job, but she's not gonna get I'm sure Barstool's gonna hire her.
Exactly.
Barstool.
But that's
John
not
Gruden.
she's not gonna get credentialed to go do what she was doing. She was interviewing Vrabel at training camps. She was interviewing coaches at training camps. She's not gonna get fucking access to do that anymore. She doesn't work for the Athletics. She doesn't work for anybody. She can work for Barstool all she wants. Hey, to your point, might have a nice book, might have a nice podcast. We might have her on the podcast. Who knows? Might have a little co-podcast with Miss Rossini. But my point is, all this shit's fucking happening to her. Why the fucking shit happening to Vrabel?
Oh.
Why
I
should
wonder the same thing. Nothing's
Oh.
happened yet.
no, what else do you need to happen?
For what?
Yeah.
Having
Yeah.
an affair and a personal life has nothing to do with fucking football.
It's
You
just-
I don't
it's
care
just
about
having
embarrassing.
an
It's just
affair
embarrassing
with a
on their
reporter.
part.
So what?
That's what I'm saying.
you
The
are
NFL
leaking-
will investigate and see if they find something.
You are okay.
Right.
He
How-
says he's leaking shit. He's fucking her. He's not fucking.
How do you? I
Or maybe
assure
it's
you.
not.
I assure
I don't
you
fucking
that
know.
they're when they do this.
He's the guy that just
But
stayed
there's
silent.
not like.
If the NFL wants to come, no, clearly he wasn't silent. Clearly they were talking with. They got her phone messages, so clearly they were making up a story together on what to say. They were in touch. I don't give a fuck if he fucks fucking 1,000 girls outside of his wife. Doesn't matter to me. My thing is you are having not even a sexual affair. You are having an affair, like a personal relationship with a reporter, and that reporter has actively been reporting on AJ Brown. So if I'm the fucking Rams or I'm any other team trying to trade for AJ Brown, I'm going up to them and I'm being like, suspend him. If not, take a pick. The New England Patriots should face some sort of consequence if their coach is out there dicking down a reporter and the reporter is putting out news that is like specific to fucking AJ Brown, the one receiver they've been tied to since they lost the Super Bowl. Come on, man.
No.
Like,
I don't see it.
I don't think he should lose his job. That's not what I'm saying. But there has to be something. They can't just be like, we didn't do it. They suspended Ezekiel Elliott for 3 fucking games for something he was proven not to do. When are we not in a serious fucking league? The Ohio State Zeke suspension was for something he didn't even do. It was proven in court he was fucking innocent.
That was an attack on Jerry, though. That had
That's
nothing
what
to
I
do-
mean.
That was
A
all the
serious
shit that
fucking
Jerry
organization.
said.
I don't give a fuck what he said. Like Deflategate. Come on, are we not a serious fucking league? Should we fucking make this like the Hocus Pocus League and just start making up the script? Jerry, go sling your dick in her now. Let's fucking go, Jerry. Fuck.
Probably has.
I probably like her profile picture is Jerry. No,
So then they're
I'm
gonna-
not.
That's what I mean. He probably already fucking has.
My thing is, if this was under
Jerry's
wraps,
smart. He gets people to sign NDAs.
if this was under wraps and this was, I'm sure Mr. Vrabel probably got her to sign something. He just got caught by a private investigator. But if this was fucking under wraps and I didn't know about this, I could give a fuck. Fuck whoever you want. Make Mr. Vrabel, tons of sorority girls. Like Lane Kiffin, we always joke about Lane Kiffin having sex with the sorority girls. That's really,
we do.
But that's really fucked up if you think about it. They're like little teenagers. He's like their dad's age. It's fucked up morally, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Morally, you have a daughter. It's
Yeah.
fucked up. Let's come and let it out. It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's fucked up morally for Lane Kiffin to be doing that. Can we tell him, no, Lane, don't do that? No, because everything he's doing is legal and whatever. And cool. Mike Vrabel, fucking Diana Rossini, now? Fucking go for it, buddy. She's all yours. Fucking go crazy. Have an orgy, whatever. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. But my thing is, you're an NFL coach. You are trusted with NFL secrets. You are actively in the NFL. You are going to somebody that is in your profession. And that's fucking, okay, a truck driver, fucking the dispatcher, getting the best fucking loads all the fucking time. And then his fucking coworkers looking at him being like, hey man, that guy always gets the best loads. He is never working late. He's always fucking doing the best.
But they got to figure out if any stories were leaked right in that conversation.
KK,
Oh
she
my
was
God.
Talking about fucking
dick.
and then getting the best loads.
You don't hear it now, but when you listen back to that,
Truck drivers getting the best fucking loads.
Gotta dig out my truck driving brothers. We have a solid trucking. We were recently posted in a trucking group chat on Facebook. I've come to terms. It was a good shout out. Shout out to all those truckers. Hey, long haul. Yeah, we're gonna get out of dicks and vaginas here in a second and go into centers and edges. I promise you. But my thing is, I'm gonna preface this.
centers and edges.
Just the jokes writing themselves. Yeah, the jokes are writing themselves. But hey, my point is, listen, do whatever the fuck you want. I just don't think anybody should ever if he got in his investigation, they have the NFL, they go investigate his phone, they tap in, they do his thing, his emails. If the New England Patriots got a competitive advantage from Mike Vrabel slinging dick and Diana Rossini, he should be suspended, or the New England Patriots should face
Yeah, I agree with you.
consequences.
I agree.
It cannot be like, oh, whatever. No, it's not, oh, whatever. This is a serious fucking league. You're trying to be like, oh, we're going to play games in Brazil. How about we focus on what's going on in the fucking United States first before we venture out to Brazil? We got a coach dicking down a reporter, and the reporter's suddenly A.J. Brown sitting there. Oh, I'm going to the Rams. No, I'm not. Oh, shit. Diana reported this. Wonder what she knows. Oh, also, Diana Rossini saying NFL teams didn't hire Mike Vrabel because they were scared of how big he was.
What?
Yeah, that was the thing.
When the fuck did she even get the job?
No, like she literally said last year, I think when he was in a bunch of interviews last year, I guess across the whatever NFL hiring cycle, he didn't get hired because he got fired by the Titans last year,
Yeah.
and then he didn't get hired. And she comes out, and I saw this clip, and I was like, this is the most diabolical shit I've ever heard. She said that teams were, quote, afraid of how big Mike Vrabel was, so they didn't hire him.
Like metaphorically?
Yes,
like,
no, literally afraid of the size of Mike Vrabel, and they found that intimidating, and they didn't hire him. I wonder who gave her that fucking nugget. Leave it to fucking Big Mike over there. Not the fucking one in Pittsburgh, the one in New England. Leave it to the other Mike to be like, oh yeah, their team didn't hire me because I'm too fucking big and too fucking strong. What a fucking chooch
Who's
thing to
bigger,
say.
him or the other Mike?
Oh, the other Mike's got him covered.
So then,
what
that's
about
false.
Andy Reid?
Hey man,
There's a lot of other
I
coaches
do think
that are bigger.
though, I talk a lot of shit about Mike McCarthy. Mr. McCarthy, I will say, I don't think you're the type of guy to be slinging dick in Diana Rossini. She would have been dead by now. So you would have crushed her.
Fucking solder.
Yeah, you would have crushed her. You know what, Big Mike, you're a loyal man, loyal to just fucking stupidity and bad play calling. All right,
Waffle House
fellas.
menu.
How do we forget about the Waffle House menu? All right, fellas, let's go into it. Okay, so we're going to be talking about edges. We're going to be talking about centers. I think we're going to start off with centers first. I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of it. I got three for you. I got Jake Slaughter, Sam Hecht, and Logan Jones. We're going to go through them one by one. Here we go. So first up, we got Mr. Jake Slaughter. Jake Slaughter is a do-your-job blocker in a world probably obsessed right now with 40-yard dash times. Brugler describes him as someone who consistently does his job using controlled movements. That's probably the highest compliment you can get as a center, that you just do your job and that's it, because that's honestly what you want. You don't want any flash. You don't want anything else. You just want the guy not to fuck up and just do his job. My question for you guys, is it worth spending, like right now, I've got him rated as like a maybe a late second, but definitely like a third to fourth round guy. Is it worth spending a pick in the third to fourth round on a guy that just does his job? And is this the personality that you think fits centers the best? Like the calm, mellow, just do your job, head down, go about your business.
Yeah, I think so. But the problem with centers is, like with him, he's only played center. So if it doesn't work out at center, like you look at what we just talked about, we've talked about guards and tackles, the versatility, they can play either side. Some of them can take snaps at center. These guys that play center, Pete tried to play, he did guard drills in the combine and he was not good. So he's a center. And if he doesn't work out, well, what do you do with him?
Yeah, if you take him in the third or fourth round, though, he's a good character guy. The scouts say his presence changes the temperature in the room. He's a 43-year-old in a 23-year-old body. And you see the way he plays, too. He's the captain of the line. He's got a good anchor, moves well. And yeah, it's just a good team guy. Started 28 straight games to finish his career. Very durable. And he didn't take a lot of penalties either. So definitely if it's a later round pick, but I don't know. Second round pick's kind of a reach for this guy.
Yeah, I think that's a positional thing too. I feel like he will be probably the first center off the board, depending on which team needs a center at that point. He comes from a family of comes from some family history of offensive linemen. His father Jack also played interior offensive line, both guard and center at Tennessee Martin, and then his mother graduated from Florida. So it's nice that he was able to go to Florida as well. There's not much critiquing him in terms of what he could do better. He's got average athletic traits. He's better in a phone booth than in space. I think that is, if you put him on guard, maybe a little worrisome. But at center, I think that should be fine. I don't think there should be, if you put him in the right line, he should be okay. He can get rocked back when he meets some long-armed extensions. He can get pushed around a bit.
Yeah, that's one of the things with getting knocked back is when he snaps the ball, he gets up he pops right up. He needs to learn to stay lower a little bit so he gets that center of gravity lower a little bit. Otherwise, yeah, he stands up, and then if guy gets his arms inside you, he's pushing you back.
That's just natural too for his size. He's what, 6'4". He's almost 6'5". So it's probably just he's used to playing at that height. So
he's
once
got the best name. He's got the best name though.
He takes a lot of penalties though. A lot of false starts, probably from jumping too early. But if it's a team need, if you have an older center, you're going to take him a little higher, second, third round.
Do you think there's a black center out there in the NFL?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Was there not?
Who's the black center? I don't think there's a black center in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, and every center I'm thinking of right now.
It's just a big white boy. I can't think of anyone.
But there has to be.
In history, yeah. There's been like...
Even now. There's got to be someone, but yeah, I'm blanking. Because every center I'm thinking of right now is, white.
Let me look at the positions here. Yeah, I don't think there is. NFL centers and player rosters.
Looking at all these guys on the draft, they're all fucking white too.
I was going to say that too.
I don't
Looking
see...
at the V's top 10.
Maybe they've all retired.
Because Zach Frazier is in Pittsburgh, but he's white.
He's white.
Yeah, he's white. Yeah, I don't think there is one right now, man.
It's kind of, is it corners or safety? Corners. Cooper DeJean was like the first.
He was a
white
trailblazer.
corner
He was a trailblazer.
to get drafted in the first round. So
We'll do an off-season episode of why that is. Why is there such a talent discrepancy? Or not a talent discrepancy. Why is such a race discrepancy in certain positions?
There used to be.
And
I mean, it's like running backs.
wow,
You got C-Mac, and then that's it.
you got C-Mac, and that's it. And then you also have like quarterbacks are predominantly white, and like you're starting to see more. Like
Quarterbacks are like half and half now, almost now.
Yeah, but like it's
didn't used to be like that.
Didn't used to be like that. No.
what. So like I think and like this thought came into my head. Centers are mainly like I don't see many crazy fucking centers in terms of their personality and their demeanor. What position would you want an absolute psychopath playing? Like on your team, if you had to pick a position where you could pick the guy who has like, this guy is a certified psychopath. I want him to play this position.
A linebacker.
Inside linebacker.
Definitely, yeah, something on the D. Maybe
Linebacker
defensive
or
tackle
edge.
even.
Edge,
Edge
defensive
would be
tackle.
good. Yeah.
Edge, yeah.
Defensive tackle, if you got like a big
Defensive
fuck,
tackle,
like a
yeah.
big fat fuck, like just a beast of
Like,
a man, that just
Vince Wilfork.
Vince Wilfork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you want a guy like slamming his helmet after he
Yeah.
plays, like just
That's a
going-
linebacker.
Just
That's a
going
linebacker or
linebacker,
defensive
yeah.
end.
Yeah, like you almost want him. going
Linebackers
insane.
because they run all over the field. They
And
just come at you.
You want to
tackle
see
you.
some guy kill, like just out for blood. Yeah, I was thinking about that because I'm like, normally people view that as like a negative trait. If your wide receiver is going nuts on the sidelines,
Yep,
that's
that's
the Steelers' way.
yeah.
but
Wide receiver, you need them in the zone, in
Yeah,
a different zone. Whereas on defense, you want a little bit of the crazy.
you want them going.
You want a little bit of the cray.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Moving back on to centers, Phil. Sam Hecht from Kansas State. Listen, Sam Hecht was an undersized walk-on at Kansas State who never played center until recently. He ends his career with 0 sacks allowed, 0 penalties in 2 full seasons. Perfect record. Is there anything that you guys say for the center position that maybe he missed out on in terms of he didn't play growing up or he only came on as a walk-on? Is there anything that he's missing that he may have gained playing earlier that you think teams are going to look at and be like, okay, maybe we don't take this guy because he was a walk-on. Because I feel like his stat line from the moment he started playing is very fucking solid, and I don't see him dropping too off of Jake Slaughter.
I don't think so, because like you said with walk-on, man, walk-ons, you got to work harder because you're not guaranteed anything. You're not on scholarship, so they can tell you to pack your bags and leave whenever they want. So it's the guys that walk on because you're trying to get scholarship. So you got to put in the work, and you got to put in the work more than anyone else because you want to get noticed. So if you're just doing the same shit that someone on scholarship is doing, they're not going to pay attention, but you got to be outplaying the guys on scholarship to earn that scholarship.
Yeah. I mean, you could say the same argument like we said about Slaughter. He played 99% of college snaps just at center. So maybe if he started a little earlier in his career, he could have moved around the line a little bit more and then gained some more on-field experience. But this guy's pretty solid.
He played 25 straight games, 0 penalties.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty good for a center.
The thing is, I think there's a lot of things that you can coach. If he goes into a system where there's already a reputable lineman coach, I think you can coach a lot of great things into Sam Heck. Just because he's not physically raw, but he's probably very mentally raw because he doesn't have those little tricks of the trade or things like that he can rely on. So I think if you do take a flyer on him, it will probably be a 1 to 2 year progress window for him. I don't know if he can go into NFL snaps right away, but eventually with the right coaching, I think he'll get there.
Gaining 50 pounds on college is crazy, though, because if he weighs at 303 now, that means he was playing
250.
playing as a center at 250. So now,
That's very undersized
Okay,
for a center.
you get asked to put on 50. Okay, let's just say you're like 6'4". Let's say you're the same 6'4", 250, and you're like, okay, fuck, I got to play center. They ask you to put on some weight. How are we putting this on?
I can't gain weight to save my life. So
But, like,
I'm the wrong person to fucking ask,
okay,
man.
okay,
I'm gonna
give it
call
to me.
Mike.
I'm still one of those people that have a high metabolism.
give me your. But give me.
Dude, you're right. It's like that fucking Simpsons episode when Homer's trying to gain weight so he can get on disability, and he's just
But you're putting-
wrapping everything in fucking butter. Just fucking you rub it against the wall, and if it fucking
But he's putting on 50 pounds of good weight, not like
that's
just
what I mean.
straight fat.
But that's what I mean.
no.
Like,
Okay.
Well, half
So
and
he's not-
half. You're
so
still
he-
putting in
so
shit.
he's not
you
going
gotta
to the
gain
Waffle
fucking
House
fat.
every day.
Yeah. Well, you could do that. You could talk to Big Mike and see what's the
Yeah,
order.
but then you're 50
What's
pounds
the
of
order?
fat, not like a mixture, like muscle in there.
Okay. Let me see if I can find something here that can give you an idea. Okay. So this is a gaining weight regimen from the 49ers. Mind you, this is the 49ers. Their team does stay injured. All right. So you get breakfast at 7 a.m., 3 large eggs. All right. This seems pretty standard. Half cup egg whites, 1 cup steel cut oatmeal, 12 almonds, 1 cup blueberries, and then orange juice, 8 ounces. Then you get your mid-morning snack, chocolate and peanut butter gain smoothie. And then you get that at 9:30. And then you get lunch at 11:30, 6-ounce wild salmon, shredded mixed green salad, 2 cups, avocado sliced, and chocolate milk. Then you get your afternoon snack of 1.5 cups of cottage cheese, medium banana, 12 almonds. Then you get your 6-ounce chicken breast, medium sweet potato, 2 cups of mixed vegetables, and then green juice. And then your bedtime snack, another smoothie at 8 o'clock.
That sounds
That's
more
for-
like
for
a
gaining
diet-
weight?
Yeah,
That's for
more
gaining
like
weight?
losing
Bro,
weight.
I can fucking eat that. And
No,
I won't gain a fucking. I won't gain
agree.
a pound.
I need to eat that to lose weight.
That's
Gain weight.
5,000 calories, apparently, according to the 49ers.
I can fucking eat that.
I don't understand. I don't believe that is actually a thing.
I need that kind of diet.
I'm thankfully I'm blessed with a high metabolism, man. I've
'Cause,
never
like-
been able to put on weight.
I don't know if that doesn't seem like too bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm fat. Maybe I'm a fat man. But
I feel like if an offensive lineman had that diet plan, they'd just fuck off to McDonald's. Or
Like I was saying, man. Who
That
was
isn't
it? Was
enough.
it?
That's why it's
I
not-
need
No,
to
it
eat
was
more,
Caden.
right?
Was it
Caden
Caden Proctor?
Caden
I'm like,
Proctor,
needs to eat the
yeah.
20 double Big Macs and the case of fries.
So I have a comparison. So this is 5-star recruit from 2019. I don't know where he is now. Someone Google Paris Johnson Jr., 6'7" behemoth.
Arizona Cardinals, I think.
He is his diet was breakfast was protein shake, 3 turkey sausage and cheese English muffins. All right. Snack was a trail mix and grapes. Lunch was 4 turkey and cheese sandwiches on wheat bread. Snack was
Yeah, that's
4
more like it.
4 sandwiches. That's that's more
But
like
that's still better than 4 Big Macs.
No, but his
right?
okay.
Sure,
keep
right.
listening. Keep listening. His snack after lunch was 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on wheat bread, an entire pineapple, and more protein shakes. This
See,
man-
that sounds a little bit more,
Sounds
a little bit more
this sounds
realistic
believable.
for gaining weight than that other.
And then dinner was 1 pound of either chicken or steak, 2 cups of green vegetables, and 2 cups of rice, potatoes, or pasta. Snack was a protein shake or popcorn after dinner. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
see,
also-
that's how you gain weight.
But if you're like in camp and working out and all that, still seems to me like a diet plan.
KK is still like
4
fat.
sandwiches and then 4
But you're
peanut
still out
butter
on the
jelly
field all the
sandwiches?
time, so you're not getting fat.
That's 8 fucking
You're still
sandwiches in 3
getting good
hours.
weight.
Yeah, KK, I think that's a behemoth amount of
That's
food.
like
that
8
man-
sandwiches in 3 hours, man. After
look
you've
how
eaten a
big
fucking
they are.
breakfast.
I think that's how they got to be how big they are. They just keep eating sandwiches.
I guess that's still better than going out and eating like
20
20
double Big Macs.
Yeah.
There's 2 ways to get to 5,000 calories. You can either have a full meal like an offensive lineman, or you can have 3 Big Macs. You make your
If
pick.
they were doing that, 3 Big Macs, 5 Big Macs, they wouldn't even be on the football field.
Sure they could.
Look at that kid. Remember who was the Dolphins
They-
draft that one guy?
They wouldn't be able to move.
All he ate was McDonald's.
No, but it was the poor kid who like was too fat to move, and he
Oh,
like
yeah,
last
yeah,
year
yeah,
they
yeah.
drafted him last year.
Oh yeah, the town Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay did.
yeah.
And they kept being like, dude, just lose some weight. And like he just could not lose the weight. That is a Big Mac type of guy. That guy's probably
Yeah.
stuffing back those calories.
I think that's the new plan. Like probably like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it wasn't that kind of meal plan. It was more like McDonald's.
But yeah,
more
just-
like fast
you need
food.
to
back in
gain
the
weight
day.
and as
Yeah,
soon as possible.
you did that.
We've come a long
We've
way
come a long
from
way, yeah.
fucking guys having darts in between quarters and slinging back some beers in between their quarters and stuff like that. We've come a long way from the Michael Irvin days. It's been a good journey. Last center for us, fellas, and then we'll move on to the edges. We got Logan Jones, the Remington Trophy winner. Logan was a 4-year starter at Iowa. He won the trophy for the best center in college football. He gave up 1 sack over his junior and senior seasons combined. He also started as a 260-pound defensive tackle. He's now 6'3", 299. The biggest knock, his predecessor at Iowa was Tyler Linderbaum, who went 14th overall. This guy's projected to go 3rd and 4th round. Listen, he's a better athlete than most centers, but he is definitely undersized and short-armed. And I think that is probably the biggest knock on him. He might be moved around to different positions, like a guard, for example. He might work out better there. A team can take a flyer on him. He was voted the best in college football. My personal thing is he's probably better off at a guard.
Has he played guard though? Because it looks here like he enrolled as a defensive tackle. Yeah,
No, he's never.
So he's another guy that
snaps.
gained about 50
Yeah.
pounds, and I think he needs to gain probably another 20 if he wants to play center.
But
Yeah.
hey, Iowa record for 700-pound squat. It's pretty strong.
But he's
300
quick
pounds.
in snap to step. He's quick at getting
51
up.
games in the last 4 seasons.
That's huge. That's huge experience.
No, he is a big boy. in terms
17
of,
straight games without a penalty to finish his career. That's all these centers, man. None of these centers take penalties. That's huge.
He is the fastest offensive lineman. Obviously he's undersized a bit, but he's got like weird traits where I can see a team looking at him and being like, you know what? Look at all this extracurricular stuff he's got. He's so fast and like he does this really well and the squatting. And so there's a lot of points about his game where you can sell this guy to if you're a scout and you scouted this guy all year, he's easy to sell to your general manager being like, hey, but look at this, look at that. And you can mask the fact that he's 6'3", 299. So
Yeah, but he can only play center.
that is,
Or do you move him back to defensive
Yeah.
tackle?
You
Just
send
be
him
like,
back
"Look,
to defensive
look,
tackle."
Yeah, you fucking suck as the center in the NFL. After you just won the fucking Remington
Yeah,
Award.
hey, I just want to say we are telling that to the best center in college football. You suck as a center.
And like he didn't work out. Hey, what do you think about going back on the defensive side of the ball? If it doesn't work out at
possible,
center,
yeah.
why not?
Yeah, I've seen crazier things. It's fine. Yeah, no, those were our centers, fellas. A shout out to the centers. Good times all around. Let's go into the edges. The edge class is packed. I've got 10. We're gonna try to go through them all. We're gonna start off with the man, the myth, the legend, number 1 prospect and the beast guide. Also, shout out Dane Brugler for coming up with the guide. You can find that on The Athletic. I do want to give him credit. Also, don't want him to sue us. So shout out to Dane Brugler. If you want to write to us, by the way, KK will be giving love advice. Once we're back from Pittsburgh, we're going to have a whole lot of spare time to talk about random shit. If you or your loved ones suffer from heartbreak, you suffer from maybe you're dating somebody and they're not really nice to you, maybe you're having some sort of issues, KK the Love Machine is...
Don't pull a Diana.
Don't pull a Diana. Don't pull a Hina.
Or Miss Diana.
Don't pull... Don't pull. There's a variety of things not to pull here. Just remember to pull out. What? That was sound advice.
That was great advice.
If you're not being treated well by your girlfriend or partner, I guess you don't have to pull out if you're gay. Yeah, you don't have to pull out if you're gay. You can do whatever you want. But if your girlfriend is not being nice to you, make sure you're pulling out because you don't want to be baby trapped. It's not what you want to be. But yeah, Love Machine KK will be giving you unsolicited advice, whether you want it or not. So I hope you want it because you're emailing us. Email us at redzoneblitzpodcast@gmail.com. Give us a shout. Give us a ring. A lot of people are asking when merch is coming. Listen, if you see us in Pittsburgh wearing our merch, mind your own fucking business. It's not for you. I'm joking. I'm joking. If you see us wearing merch in Pittsburgh, you see a group of just degenerates roaming the streets, you see some Red Zone Blitz podcast merch, I assure you it will be coming. But if you see us in Pittsburgh wearing the merch, you can actually come up to us and we'll give you our merch that we're wearing. Here, to tell you that. We'll give it to you. There's your challenge. Watch this actually happen. We lose all four.
It will.
Should we bring the first ones that are misprinted to hand out?
Yeah.
So see if anyone noticed
So
it.
we tried to
See if anyone noticed it.
This was in the peak of Super Bowl season, and our supplier sent us our hoodies, and it said the Red Zone Blitz Podcast because the D looked like an O, and
It didn't look like an O. It
was an O.
Those ones are probably going to be accepted by the homeless
No, we're not going to give it to the homeless.
that are shitting all over the
No, fuck
streets of
off.
Pittsburgh.
No, we're not rewarding their shitty behavior by fucking giving them a hoodie that says Poocast.
What if they're the ones that come up to you?
I don't give a fuck.
You're not gonna give your hoodie to a homeless guy. Come on.
KK, I swear to God, if you give your hoodie to the homeless guy, don't come back on the podcast.
I'm gonna be this.
Stay with the homeless guy.
What if they're following us?
I don't care if the guy pulls out a knife.
Walk away.
This shit, your hoodie's red for a reason. You bleed through it. If you get stabbed, you bleed through it, KK. That's why we gave you the red hoodie. Also, we probably will not be going to LA anytime soon with our red hoodie, KK. It's just gonna
No.
set that out there.
You don't wear red or blue.
Yeah. What's the neutral color?
Black.
Yeah, but then everyone thinks you're a Raiders fan.
Yeah. I'd rather die than everybody think I'm actually. What's worse?
There's still many of them there.
What's worse? People thinking you're a Crip or a Blood or a
Well,
Raiders?
we can wear Rams blue.
No, it's fucking disgusting. That's fucking even worse. Wait, why can you wear Rams blue but not like the other blue? What are your thoughts on the recent Rams?
Crip blue, man.
What the whole New jerseys?
No, not the jerseys. They came up with this new skit about
The
Thursday.
Friday? That was bad.
This guy.
What are you talking about?
This guy.
That is fucking like elite content creating.
Okay.
It was good, but it could have been a lot better.
I can't. Okay, I saw.
First of all, there was no Miss Parker in there.
I saw
or Mrs. Parker.
Yeah, who's the one
Mrs.
miss
There you
now?
go with the misses
Who's the
and
miss
miss.
now? Was she your teacher? Was she your teacher in school, KK?
Have you seen her in the movie?
I have. What are your thoughts? Why do you hold back? Let the people
That's
know.
why she.
Yeah, no. Okay, first of all, how the fuck?
Whether she's
are
Miss,
pe-
Mrs.
Hold on. How are people supposed to know what's going on in your brain when you just go, have you seen her in the movie? And then you just pause and smile.
Well, if you watch that, it's all Friday, right?
No.
But now it's Thursday.
Explain what about Mrs. Parker? What about people want to hear Mrs. Okay, what about Mrs. Parker? What about her?
She was gorgeous.
It's like use some adjectives. No, it was fucking hilarious.
Goddamn.
No, we're not a video podcast. People can't go by your facial expression. KK just goes, but have you seen Mrs. Parker in the movie? And he just smiled at me. And I'm like, okay, and keep going. Tell it to the mic. So she's gorgeous, people. But yeah, to Brandon's point, I can just imagine millions of dollars being spent on this fucking ad. Hundreds of thousands of dollars being spent on his ad. And guys like KK.
And Ice Cube is pissed off.
Yeah, because his son's
because son's wearing Rams, not Raiders.
And then guys like KK are just like, yeah, but where's Mrs. fucking Parker? This is fucking bullshit.
All I care about.
All I care about.
Miss Diana could have been in, or Miss Rossini could have been in that video. For the
Do you think
NFL,
she's
right?
hot enough? Do you think she's hotter than Mrs. Parker in her prime?
Honestly, if she was in that video, she probably wouldn't shut the fuck up. And then it would be another issue.
If it was a Patriots video, she was probably going to be.
Dude, if I'm the Patriots, though, if I'm actually the Patriot, if I'm Robert Kraft right now and I have an ounce of like brand stuff or I'm a big brand, like right now is the time to sign Diana Rossini to be in your ad. Like right now. Like now is the time to be like, if you're a brand right now, you should be a camera company or like a secure, like AT&T security. Make sure you're secure. And then like it's Diana Rossini coming out with like security cameras or whatever. That could set.
She'd probably want to get a lot of money because.
But like that could set her up.
She's not going to do that for cheap.
What would it be? 5 million?
I don't know.
1 million? 5 million?
She's out of a job, so maybe
Exactly.
she might do it for free.
She'll be hired by the Patriots and with Mike Vrabel in the building.
KK, first of all, I just Googled a picture of Mrs. Parker. And the fact that only word out of your mouth was gorgeous when you could have used a variety of different adjectives to describe Mrs. Parker. There's a variety of things you could have said. Like the variety of...
Is that how she looks now?
That is how... No, I don't know how she looks now. This is from 1995. That might be how she looks now. I better turn this off before KK starts getting hard on. KK's just silent. Every time you guys know KK's silent, there's some sort of facial expression going on just for our audio listeners. Fellas, yes. Okay, back to Mr. Arvell Reese. Sorry, segueing back. Fellas, I don't know there's much to say other than the fact that possibly one of the greatest athletes at the position played under Matt Patricia in Ohio State. Matt Patricia described him as a leader. He comes with probably the biggest upside. I would say right now, the only knock on him is he hasn't shown everything he's got. There's this unknown of could it get even better? But But the stuff he's already shown has warranted him in the conversation any other class to be a number one pick.
Well, like the crazy thing is, so he's going in as an edge, and in the NFL, I think he's going to be used as an edge, very similar to how like Micah Parsons. That's his biggest comparison.
Yeah.
When you're getting compared to Micah Parsons, that's pretty fucking good. The guy is just pure raw strength, just a beast, just a bull. But like you said, we don't know what his ceiling is because, yeah, he's great off the edge, but he was used a lot as a spy.
And he's classified as an outside linebacker.
That's what I mean.
That's
so
what he said.
That's why now they're saying he's going to be an edge, but you don't know exactly what his true pass rush capabilities are.
Because Micah Parsons was a linebacker going to the draft, right?
He wanted to be the defensive end, the edge, but everyone's like, you're too small, so you're going to be the linebacker.
Yeah.
And he said, fucking watch me.
Yeah.
Just because you look at the edges, the defensive ends, they were big fuckers. Yeah. And now you look at Micah Parsons. He doesn't look that big, but he is pure muscle, pure strength.
Because I think the
These
Cowboys,
guys are fast.
I think the Cowboys played him at
fast
and
off
like
the edge.
he lasted about 1.5 quarters at linebacker, and Dan Quinn was like, "Let's give this one a try," and then he never came back.
And that's gonna be very similar to how Arvell Reese is because in zone coverage, he's not good.
Yeah.
So it's very similar to Micah Parsons in coverage. When you saw him try and cover like slot receivers, he got fucking lost. Like he couldn't. That's not his game. His game is how do I get to the quarterback, and that's all I want to do. All I want to do is.
But
get
if
to the
I'm a
quarterback.
team, who cares?
So
he's so good at off the
That's
edge.
but that's what I mean.
Just let him do that.
The one thing I will say, the one caveat, and I guess Brandon, you and I saw this. You saw like elite Micah Parsons, like when he started out. Like that first year, you actually had no fucking idea how to cover him because you were like, what the fuck is this? To your point, traditionally, defensive edges have been big. They've been big, hulky guys. We're going to talk about some of them. And then in came this young, like little smaller guy, but he was so fast, he's so powerful that it overpowered some of those tackles. And you saw teams start to game plan for Micah Parsons. And you saw them game plan in a way that like they were able to not completely stop him, but they were able to mitigate him. I think the Cowboys, for all their faults last year, Eberflus, he fucking domestically terrorized me for 10 fucking months. But the one thing he did against that Packers game was they were able to not completely stop him. He still got his hands in or whatever, but they were able to neutralize him on the offensive line. Which, why am I giving Eberflus fucking credit? Fuck Eberflus. The offensive line coach, I forget his name now, but Clayton Adams, offensive coordinator, former Lions coach. Clayton Adams, sorry. Fuck Eberflus. I almost accidentally gave him credit for a good thing. Never mind. Eberflus, you still sucked. But Clayton Adams, they were able to neutralize Micah Parsons to a point where he wasn't as dominant. Do you think that Arvell Reese coming in behind Micah Parsons now in a league where there are teams now that understand how to combat or mitigate someone out of that build is a hindrance to him. And do you think like the team that picks him is going to have to pick him knowing that?
I don't think so.
The team that picks him is likely to be
The Jets.
It could be the Jets. So
It should
unfortunately
be the
for
fucking
him,
Jets.
but unfortunately for him, if it is the Jets, he's going to be like the only bright side of that defense.
The problem with the bad
teams
team
can just-
picking him, yeah,
they're going to just key in on him.
the problem with a bad team picking him is he's going to be on the field a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And that's the issue. Like with all these defensive guys that are going to bad teams, it's like they're going to be on the field a lot. And when you're on the field a lot, your impact starts to dwindle game of game. And like you start to
Amount
get
of
like
snaps.
you're coming from Ohio State where, yeah, you're coming from one of the most dominant defenses of all time. And where you were off the field like that. Like you were there, you're out. You're there, you're out. But like now you're going to have to play more snaps. You're going to have those more like impact moments. And you're like, fuck, again. Like you're going to go through that. So I think that isn't. I really hope the Jets don't take him for his sake.
Yeah.
But then our second guy, they're going to take him. So I'm like, I really hope the Jets take nobody. They should be voided from taking somebody.
Yeah.
But that's also why we just talked about it, the tackles. And one of the biggest thing with the tackles is having the quick feet.
Yeah.
Because you got to have the quick feet to match up with the edge of speed, or else they're getting around you.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, you know what? He has complete upside. Like, he is the guy. I'm going to jump to number 2 first, actually, before I ask that. I'm going to jump to number 2, and then I'll get you guys to pick your player. Number 2, he's my guy. So he is my absolute, like, this is the guy that's him and Sonny Styles are my 2 guys that I'm like, these guys are absolutely insane. You talk about insanity, like when it comes to you want an insane monster hunting. David Bailey, Texas Tech, 6'4", 251. He's a 1-year starter, led the FBS with 14.5 sacks, unanimous All-American, Stanford transfer, Big 12 champion. Strengths, long, lean, shredded body, explosive athlete with first step burst, long strides, eats up cushions and creates force at contact that tests the blocker's breaks. Now, my biggest knock on him, I will save all the other knocks for you guys. My biggest knock on him is Texas Tech. The reason why is Texas Tech went out last year and they bought himself a defensive line. They went out and they got studs. And they may not look like studs right now because we may only talk about 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys. Jacob Rodriguez is of the world. We may not talk about all of them. But going into last year, they brought in a line that was star-studded in college football. And I think there is something to be said about his production in that defensive line where it's, did he produce these numbers because he was surrounded by such great players? And will he be able to do that, like we said, on a bad team? Is he going to be able to do that on the Cardinals? Like you saw that last year. Like I think the Cardinals took Walter Nolan, who had a fantastic season in college, and then he was in the NFL. Of course, he had his great game against the Cowboys because why not? But he's been in his rookie year. And that's not a knock on him to say like he's not a good player, he's not a good pick, but David Bailey has to go into the right system for him to be that impact player right away. And like if he goes to the Jets or he goes to the Cardinals or even the Titans. Actually, I don't mind him on the Titans. Actually, the Titans could be good for him.
Defense,
He could be good. Like I think the Titans have that piece in the middle, Simmons, and they've got Robert Saleh in there. I really hope he doesn't go to the Cardinals. I don't know what they'll be able to do with him. But for me, I think he's solid. My question for you guys is, are you going to bet a top 3 pick on a guy who only showed you 1 year of production?
As a pure pass rusher, I think he's the best edge in the class. Now, you mentioned his first step burst. I'm going to add it. 2 steps. Watch his tape, watch his first 2 steps, and then pause it. Look at how far and how deep in the backfield he is. So you mentioned 14.5 sacks. You also got to mention the 19.5 tackles for loss. This guy lives in the opposing team's backfield. And again, watch any tape, first 2 steps, and see how far deep into the opposing team's backfield. Like, he's deeper into the backfield than the quarterback is dropping back. Like, he just causes chaos in the backfield. So, as a pure pass rusher, I think he's the best in the class.
Yeah, he is.
What the hell's going on over here?
Like,
What the hell's going on, Mrs. Parker? He's just Googling Mrs. Parker.
he's just staring at the fucking picture of
No,
Mrs.
he's
Parker.
The thing
Take
is,
his last 5
no matter
Google
what
searches.
teams-
No, take his last 5 Google searches. Mrs. Parker
Miss
nude
Parker.
2025. Mrs. Parker Lions jersey. Mrs. Parker return 2025. Mrs. Parker, what she looks like
there
now.
is supposedly a new Friday coming out.
I'm sure you're gonna go and watch it and say this
Oh,
fucking
hell.
sucked.
Now, where's Mrs. Parker, man?
Last Friday.
They're gonna make it woke. It's gonna be Mrs. Kim.
No, but you guys are putting a little too much pressure on these guys as Arizona takes them all that. You got to realize they're not going to be your defensive player of the year right off the bat. It's going to be a little growing thing.
Yes and no.
It's a different game from college to the NFL.
It is, but I think like when you go to play, you play this position especially, you take some hits and you end up like this guy is not going to go. And I'm not saying he's going to go into Arizona thinking, okay, I'm going to Arizona, like I'm going to mail it in a year. He's going to go 100%.
Yeah.
But if you're going 100% all the time and you're always on the field, you're more likely to get injured. I hate to be that. I'm knocking on wood for you, Mr. Bailey. I hate to be that guy to be like, okay, he's going to get injured, but you're more likely.
But that's a knock more on the coaching staff of like putting these guys in,
It's a
getting the
lock
reps
on-
in too much.
It's the lock on the. It's a knock on the system. The
System,
problem
yeah.
is
But you're right. If he goes to a team like Tennessee, already has
you need
players
him
in
to go
position.
to a place where there's a defensive tackle already there.
But so the Cardinals might be good because they already have Nolan.
Yeah,
You
they
could
do.
see it.
Sorry, yes, they do have Nolan, who's. But the thing is, they're gonna have to figure out their identity. Like they're gonna have a new coach. They got a quarterback that doesn't want to play for them. We'll talk about that down the road. But yeah, they're gonna have to figure out their identity, and I think that is one of the things that they're gonna look at is David Bailey on the board versus trading down, which everybody thinks the Cardinals are gonna do. But my question to you is, you're the Jets, and let's say trade down is not an option. Knowing what you know, one pick to make. What is it? A minute and 30 seconds to think about it. Who are you going with?
Arbel Reese, no question.
I would go Arbor Reese. Yeah,
Damn.
I think he.
Damn.
I agree with Brandon saying that
Haters.
off the edge, David Bailey is great with his speed, but I think with a little more time, like Arbor Reese is almost there with Bailey in terms of speed, but when he actually gets to the point of attack and hits the QB, Arbor Reese is like an insane tackler. Like with Bailey, like I watch a bit of the tape and I feel like sometimes the QB or the running back, whoever has the ball in the backfield, could slip away from him. And that's where I think he benefited from having Romello Height and those other guys like Jacob Rodriguez at Texas Tech. I think Reese, if he was on the Jets without any support, would be better than Bailey.
It's because Reese has that versatility.
Yeah.
Edge rusher, linebacker.
You can put
move
him
him
he's a little
around.
more of a chess
QB
piece, I
spy.
think. Yeah. He's a little bit more of a chess piece. I do think, and a lot of people are going to say, oh my God, again, not you guys again. I don't think the Cowboys are actually going to trade up. The more I'm like thinking and reading about it, I think the price is too high to go up and get this guy. Because there's a lot of mocks now coming out of like Cowboys trading down back, like accumulating picks, like we initially talked about in our initial conversations. But if the Cowboys were to go up and get at number 3 and you had the choice of Arbel Reese or David Bailey, I think that's gold right there.
You're going to have to give up a lot to get one of those picks.
I haven't seen anywhere we trade up for 3.
Oh, no, today just came out. They trade up for 3, and I think it was like 2 firsts and like another
Yeah, no.
piece.
And they in that mock, did they pick Bailey?
Yeah. They
I
make
don't think so. I don't see that at all. We don't fucking trade up to begin with. So
That's my theory of like why they probably aren't going to trade at all. I think teams are just creating like random buzz.
like I could see that one that came out with us trading to Cleveland at 6. That makes sense.
well,
I can see that.
they would get that does make sense, but that
6 and
almost
39.
that almost makes too much sense for the Cleveland Browns. Like I don't think they're a sensible organization.
That's true.
To fucking
That's
understand.
very true.
Like it would make sense for them if they were
But,
functionally.
like, we
integrated.
don't trade up, but this year could be the year that we do trade up, but it won't be for the 3rd.
Yeah.
And if you're
thing I'd
Arizona,
see-
why would you want to trade out of that 3rd spot?
I think
Because
they,
you need so much fucking
yeah,
help.
Arizona.
They need
if-
so,
But-
one
but-
guy's
but
not
you're-
going to fucking do anything.
No, but
for
if
that
you're
team.
if you're Arizona and you could trade out and you go to 12 and you can take Ty Simpson and then you get another pick at 20, That's better than.
That's a reach for Simpson.
Yeah,
Oh,
other way around.
at
I'd
12.
say
Or,
I
sure,
take someone at 12 and then Ty Simpson at
Simpson
20.
at 20.
the thing is, you guys are giving these guys too much credit. These teams don't know what there's a reason.
There's
why.
a reason they get paid
actually-
millions of dollars to actually make the pick.
No,
and
but
we're
there's-
sitting here on a
no.
fucking Friday night talking shit.
No, but there's a reason why they're fucking dead last. Do you guys think that the Browns and the Cardinals use
the
logic?
way you're going, it seems like the Jets are the ones that are going to be like long gone.
No, but
in the
it's
second
it
overall.
just makes every year we go and okay. Last year, the Chicago Bears right now. If you went back in the draft and they took Loveland, if you were to do that mock again,
Yeah.
would you not be like, dude?
They picked him like 9th.
Yeah.
You would be like, dude, Warren's like right there.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you trade down, get Warren or pick Warren? So teams will do goofy shit all the fucking
Daniel
time.
Jones got drafted like what, 5th overall, 4th overall?
Mac,
Yeah.
the big walk by Mac Jones to the fucking this big oversized suit. So like teams do this shit all the time. But my thing is, other teams can have their rare fuck up and cool. Like every team is bound to pick the wrong player. But there's some teams out there. I don't care. The fucking Jets employ their like scouts of millions of dollars. They should be fucking fired.
How many of those teams, like Cleveland, the Jets,
They're always in the bottom.
Arizona, how many of them want to actually deal with the Cowboys and Jerry Jones and trading?
I don't think it's a deal thing. I think if you're at the end, like all these guys are buddies. All these guys are drinking their blue label, shitting on each other, showing their dicks off, being like, I got a bigger yacht than you, blah, blah, blah. I got this, I got that. They're in a pissing contest when you're a billionaire. It's not the fact that they want to deal with them. I think if they can rip off Jerry and let's say they go out and they take 12 and then the guy they take at 20 is a better player than fucking David Bailey. Oh my God, the headlines write themselves. Every owners meeting, they could get to shit on Jerry. It's not so much do they want to deal with Jerry. I don't think Jerry's a hard person to deal with. I don't even think he's on the fucking phone, actually. I think it's Steven that gets on the phone and starts talking to guys. I think there's a theme with all these teams that are in the bottom. The Jets, the fucking Raiders, what are they? The Cardinals, the Browns. How come there's these same 5-6 clusterfucks that are always in the fucking bottom of the league? It's going to make 4 fucking decisions. So yeah, they're probably going to make one of these teams will make a dumb decision. I can put money on the fact that one of them are going to
Picking the wrong guy.
They're going to pick somebody that we're going to be like, what? What now? They'll like Arizona picking Freeling instead of Magoa. Like Galaxy bringing it. They 100%, I guarantee you some wild shit's going to happen. You're going to see a team be like, you're going to be like, what the fuck did they just fucking pick? It's
Every draft it happens. It happens every draft.
But moving on, fellas. We got number 3, Mr. Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain, you know what? He has started quite a debate. The Ruben Bain short arm debate refuses to go away. He led the FBS in hurries, the stat that best predicts NFL pass rush success. 54 last year. Short arms are the most debated combine measurement in the NFL. Multiple first-round pass rushers with short arms, Chris Jones, Myles Garrett, have been dominant. At what point does short arms stop being a reason to lower someone's grade when the production numbers tell a completely different story?
Yeah, that's what he mean. That's exactly it. Look at his production. The 15.5 tackles for loss this season, 9.5 sacks. There's another guy that's just a ball of energy. He's just fucking chaos in the backfield and short arms. So what? He still overpowers everyone. Like, what does it matter if he has short arms if he's overpowering you and pushing you back? And same thing, if you try and put a tight end on him, good fucking luck. He's dominating that. Like, that it gets to the point where someone is so good that you have to find something to talk about. Because that's literally all, when they talk negative about Ruben Bain, aside from the careless driving shit that's come up, all they've been talking about, short arms. But that's it. Maybe he could work on his tackling a little bit more. But again, he lives in the opposing team's backfield. He just causes chaos. Even if he's not getting to the quarterback, he's not making the quarterback comfortable.
Yeah, everyone, they're saying like he has a pear-shaped body and short arms, but he uses his size well. He's got a great swim move. He can get down, dip under, around centers. He has the speed off the edge that you like. Yeah, I agree. His tackling at sometimes is a little bit poor, and stamina could be an issue. But like I said before, coached up by Jason Taylor really helped him. Miami alongside Messidor. And if he does falter and drop to a team like Kansas City,
he's going to make one of those
not a
teams.
bad
He's
spot.
going to
Very
make.
happy.
He's going to make one of those teams very happy. He's going to anywhere he goes. He was projected to go top 3 at one point. If he doesn't go top 5, you're basically a steal.
Yeah.
There's 5 players in this draft that I will rate higher than him, and they are according to fucking obviously the team's needs, but Mendoza being one, and then you get and you guys voted on it: Reese, Bailey, Sonny
Love.
Styles, and Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think there's a better player than Ruben Bain in this draft. He goes outside of 5, it's a steal. So one team outside the top 5 is going to be very happy. They lost some games late December, January, and they ended up with Ruben Bain. Now, fellas, moving on. Keldrick Falk, Auburn. Falk entered 2025 with a high first-round grade from NFL scouts. Neither his production nor impact matched those expectations. He still went all SEC. Brugler has him at 15. The character is elite, team captain, donated all of his NIL to teammates, praised universally. Fellas, do you take any hindrance in the fact that he went into the season with such a high grade and then he ended up not following through on it?
I don't know. Like he's one of the polarizing guys because he has all the right traits. He's got the right size. He's 6'6", 275 pounds. He's got the arms. He's got all the tools in the chest. It's just, the execution just wasn't there. But if you watch the tape, okay, you look at the stat lines and the box scores and it doesn't show up. But if you watch everything, like he is like a split second away from filling up the box score and the stat lines. If you watch it, he's missing a huge play by a split second. And that's just time. That could be a timing issue.
Timing, yeah.
But
Step too slow.
he is one of the younger guys, right? Like he's only a 3-year junior. He played as a true freshman. So he's still young. Where we've looked at some of the guys that we've been looking at, not just on the edges, but some of the guys are in the 23, 24,
The next
25.
guy we're talking about.
He's only 21.
Yeah.
So there's still the ceiling, the upside is all there. And he's got all the tools. He's got the traits. So someone's going to take the flyer on him.
It's a cautious thing, though, too, because you're right. He has the size. He has the technique, strong hands. But like the guys we talked about previously, it could just be mentally, right? The reason why he's not making these plays and it's almost making the sack, almost getting the tackle for loss, is because he just, maybe it's coaching. Auburn's a pretty good program and they coach their guys well, and you have to in the SEC, but maybe it's just mentally, like he's just got to focus more. He's got to want it more.
He's got to bring more intensity into his game.
Exactly.
I'm going to quickly wrap on Falk and we're going to move it on because we're tight on time. We want to make sure we get the second episode recorded today. Now, the only thing I'll say about Falk is when you go into a season rated as highly as he was, and we see this all the time in the NFL, teams start game planning for you a little bit differently. Teams start to put their tackles in different positions. They try to negate you. When you play on a team like Auburn that's not as maybe dominant as a Texas Tech, for example, when it comes to defensive line, it's easier to neutralize one guy. It's easier to make sure one guy isn't as dominant. I think Keldrick Falk, he's going to fall. He's going to go down to a team that is going to be already having probably some pieces on the defensive line. He's going to be pretty good. I think he's actually going to be pretty good, like wherever he goes in the middle of the first round. So I've got high praise for Keldrick Falk, depending on the situation he obviously lands in. Now, fellas, we talked about a young edge rusher. Let's talk about probably the oldest one, Akeem Mesidor, fellow
Canadian kid.
He grew up in Ottawa. He almost quit football at 16. He was told to keep playing by his coach. So I know one of my idols and all this whole thing, the reason why I started this podcast, Brian Broaddus. Brian Broaddus hates Akeem Mesidor because he thinks he's too old and he doesn't trust old players, especially in this position. And Vach Lombardi coincidentally disagrees. He says he's fucking 25, but he's a dominant 25. Fellas, does his age matter?
We've talked about this a little bit just because he is 25. So when you're drafting him, you're expecting him to be a starter right away, entering his prime. So your expectations out of him are higher than what it would be out of a 21-year-old, 22-year-old because he's already 25. Because that's when you're really supposed to be entering the prime years of your career. But he's another guy, like, he was on the opposite side of Ruben Bain, and they just caused chaos.
Yep.
So maybe he is a Robin. That's not really a knock on him, but he's not the
driver. Yeah, maybe he's not the driver of it.
There's definitely a spot and a place for him.
Yeah, with his age and experience at the position and like the program he was in, I don't think it's bad. This guy was really aggressive. got to the ball carrier pretty fast. He's going to be, if he goes late in the first round, he's going to be a good addition for any team.
Oh, I think he's going ahead. I think he's going to
further than
like earlier.
If he,
I think he's going to.
That's going to be.
I think he's going top 15.
Top 15.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think
No.
so.
I think so. I think there's.
He could be one of those teams where you said earlier was pick the wrong guy.
I don't know about the thing is I
Not the
don't.
bung,
It's
but
hard.
picking
For,
an older guy.
I agree.
top
I've seen his
15.
stock has gone up.
he's gotten a lot of his interviewing and his combine testing, and there's a lot of like good teams are seeing out of him that I just think that especially everybody's obsessed with finding the next Micah Parsons, the next Myles Garrett, the next TJ Watt. Everybody's obsessed with it. Every team's obsessed with it. So you're seeing a lot of these guys, and we're moving on to Malachi Lawrence. Another guy, he's a guy that if you talked to me like maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, you looked at Max 2-3 weeks ago, nobody had this guy in like the top in the first round. He's starting to creep into the first round. Now, Malachi Lawrence played at UCF. It's not typically a program that's associated with first round edge rushers. He averaged 39.2 defensive snaps per game, and that's in a heavy rotation scheme. Like, I think the biggest knock on him is probably like when big offensive tackles drape him up, it's hard for him to get out of there. He is quick vertical takeoff. So he's got long arms. He's 6'4", 253. He's the 10th player in UCF history to reach 20 career sacks. He's also one of 9 children. Shout out to him and his mom and daddy. They're getting busy. Fellas, is there a knock on him? Like, aside from his film, is there a knock on him the fact that he didn't go to a Texas Tech or an Ohio State or an Auburn or another school that's predominantly known for like big time edge rushers, and he instead coming out of UCF?
Yes and no. I like the loyalty because that's rare these days. All people at 5 years, so yeah, 5-year senior, all at UCF, like that. You don't see that these days anymore. But yeah, I would like to see him play against a little bit more the better competition. That's why everyone wants to play in the SEC. Big Ten's won the championships. Cool. You can talk about them all you want with winning championships. The top end of the Big Ten is great. The bottom end, Whereas you look at like the SEC, that's why everyone wants to play SEC.
Every week is a challenge.
Diego Pavia when he went to Vanderbilt. He went to Vanderbilt strictly on the premise, I want to play in the SEC.
Yeah.
So he went to the shittiest fucking school that used to be the doormat.
Hey, we would love an invite, Vanderbilt. Change our mind.
It used to be the doormat, and that's what you said when Nick Saban said every SEC game's tough except for Vanderbilt, and then Vanderbilt fucking went in and
Matthew's just thinking about girls that go to Vanderbilt and the fucking Broadway Street right now. You're getting him,
Parker.
He's getting his Mrs. Parker going right now. He's got his Ella Langley just popping up.
You'd like to see some of these guys play a little bit more of the bigger competition, but I don't think it's a knock on him at all.
Yeah, I think the knock on him, we said he has long arms, and he uses it well considering he doesn't really have the best speed. So when it comes into closing in on runners, he just reaches. So it's beneficial that he has the long arms, but he is a little bit more stiff. You would almost like to see him get coached up a little bit, moving laterally side to side and working on a bit of his techniques. But he's got a high ceiling. He's got the size there.
He's coming, man. I'm telling you right now, there is massive buzz.
He's a skillful pass rusher. He's tough against the run. He play both sides of the ball.
Usually when there's fucking buzz about a guy coming in like this, like you're like, okay, what the fuck is the deal? Some team is falling in love and like they're starting to talk to other teams about how much they love him. But he's coming in. He's coming in hot. Moving on, fellas. Cassius Howell. His story is similar to David Bailey. So he actually, to your point, Brandon, he left the MAC program to Texas A&M and led the SEC in sacks in 1 year. Bailey has a different trajectory. He is a little bit younger. The school prestige can slightly change. Texas A&M, do they have the greatest track record? Speaking from, how do you define Texas A&M fans? Give me your one, really turn them off this podcast.
I don't know if I can turn them off. Like, they're crazy. Like, Kyle Field, man. When Kyle Field is rocking, it's fucking rocking.
It's a lot nicer than I thought he was going to go.
But
I thought he was going to go like somewhere.
That yell shit is fucking gay as fuck.
I was waiting for it.
That shit is like
the midnight.
You guys can, you guys can fucking have that. That shit's pretty gay. Like, come on, man.
What's the difference? Why is Mr. David Bailey taking on such a massive trajectory towards top 5, top 6, top 10, and then you got Cassius Howell, who's sitting in like the mid first round / second round?
I think his numbers really aren't there. 3.5 tackles for loss this year.
But he led the SEC in sacks.
That's crazy because, like you said, we just talked about guys. You want them to play the bigger competition. He comes in, plays the bigger competition,
kills the competition,
and like in his third year at Bowling Green, 9.5 sacks. This year gets 11. The tackles for loss was 10.5 up to 14.5. So yeah, he got better as he played.
Yeah.
Maybe his strength of schedule.
I don't know. I think like
you make a good point.
I mean, it's hard to go.
Oh, that it is true. Texas A&M schedule this year was a little bit on the
But it's a bit harder than Bowling
still,
Green.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a bigger schedule. You're still playing the SEC schedule.
I mean, he's just, for him, there's like things that can be coached. But if you can go up a level and go improve your game, I give him 2 check marks. I give him the 2 thumbs up. You went up a level, you increased the difficulty, and you increased your play. That will make a team pick him. They're gonna pick him high because of that.
But
you could argue like there were so many superstars on Texas Tech's defense, so that Bailey had surpassed them in stats, where maybe A&M's defense only was Howell.
But isn't that one? Wouldn't you rather take the guy who was the foundation of the defense?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
You're trying to. I know you're trying to.
trying to-
No, look, I get it. And listen, we're obviously talking up every single guy, and these guys have weaknesses, and there's weaknesses in Howell's game too. Like he does have like inconsistent edge setting. He needs to work on his secondary moves. Like he is going to go into like he's easy to run against. Teams can run against him. And so it's like in the NFL level, you cannot surrender the edge when you're trying to escape a block. So there will be teams that will try to, you might see guys go for big runs against him. His confidence gets shot and now he's sitting on the bench.
one of the things too, it says his two shittiest games were the final 2 games of the season. So Texas and Miami. So when the games mattered the most, he didn't show up.
Exactly.
I wonder if the teams that they were playing against would run towards him because you got David Bailey coming from the other side. You know what I mean?
No, he's on A&M.
No, different. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This guy's on A&M.
Oh, different Texas team.
Yes.
My bad.
Yeah, you just
Man, there's fucking
bad.
20 teams in Texas, man.
KK is still thinking about Mrs. Parker.
Yeah.
KK still got
Miss
a hard on for
Parker.
Mrs. Parker. You can't. He's getting his Texas all mixed up.
So where do you think this?
I think it's gonna be a late first, man. I feel like a
Late
team.
first?
Yeah, I feel like a late first or second. Teams are gonna reaching for certain positional needs the more they move on, and like especially teams like that have multiple first round picks. I can see them going after.
Are the teams that are picked later that are like playoff contenders?
Yeah, like I
Right.
can see the Bills
Missing a
going
piece.
after him. Like I can
that'd be
Seattle picking him, like Seattle adding him to a defense that's already very good. So I can see that kind of stuff happening when it comes to Cassius Howell. Last edge, fellas, I saved my favorite for last. My favorite sleeper, R. Mason Thomas. Yes, that is his name. Listen, R. Mason Thomas's father, Harvey, played with Emmett Smith. R. Mason averaged 2.7 pressures per game. He's 6'2", 241 pounds, undersized. I'm a big fan of his film. He is an aggressive man. He is a little bit crazy, if that is to put it lightly. What do you guys have on him?
You got to watch how you talk about an Oklahoma Sooner. You're giving him way too much fucking praise.
That is true, actually. That is true.
This is my favorite. I'm like, look at the fucking jersey he's wearing.
I did forget that. I did not read the school. I should preface that by saying he made some bad decisions in his life. Clearly, he didn't know which college to go to, but it's okay.
But no, guy's a beast.
Yeah, no, he is undersized.
Yeah, he's a bit
That's
undersized.
and I think that's the theme now, but it's also that's where we're trending. So is he really undersized? Like we're trending towards a world in which the edge rusher is that Micah Parsons prototype and like the smaller edge rusher. So by that standard, he's not really undersized. If you
As long as you're willing to put in the work, because man, once you hit the gym and they know, like once you start getting into like specialized workouts and everything, at the next level, the shit's all coachable.
Yeah.
It's all trainable. As long as you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
But those guys that are undersized, they bring the speed value to the game.
And they also play with the chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Because you've been told you're undersized, you're small.
Yeah, like he probably his biggest knock that I can think of that is different than obviously the obvious ones that are you can double him and take him out of the game, which is sometimes he's so giddy about trying to get after the quarterback that they can bait him against runs quite a bit. So sometimes there are rush lanes that open up against him and he's unable to take them down. So that's the one kind of knock on him I can see.
It's prone to jumping offside.
Yeah.
So man, those hard counts,
Yeah.
like an Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes on a hard count.
Yeah. Young Aaron on the hard comp in Pittsburgh. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. All right, fellas. That's it for us. Until next time. Do you have any parting words?
No.
All right. Until next time. A very sad goodbye today from KK.
Yeah.
He's going to go.
He's going to go rub one out.
He's going to go rub one out real quick. He'll be back. He'll be back. Until next time. This is G.
Brandon.
I'm Matt.
I'm KK.
And we're out.